Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 2nd. We are just going to jump right in here, Leo, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. I like this quite a bit. You have this change in the wind card. I love that card. So it just literally says there's a change coming. You have the Judgment card and the Tower, which is crazy because Aries just had both of these cards. Actually, not from, they had the one from this deck and one from the clarifying deck. I can't remember which one, but to me, this is the most powerful combination in the tarot. These two cards, and it represents kind of like a major wake-up call or some sort of major revelation. So this looks really nice. I like this. There's like a positive change coming. That's what I feel like saying. You have this change in the wind card. I feel this has a lot to do with your direction in life, and I feel like you're moving in, just going to be moving in a better direction in general. You have this middle row is a little tricky. I don't think it's a bad thing. This middle row, I believe, is asking you to take a little bit more of a risk or to put yourself out there more or whatever. This is like a lot of risk-taking stuff, and we'll talk about that in a minute. These are not going to be negative risks. These are going to be calculated risks that could lead to a lot of success. You have the King of Pentacles always in your readings, the Judgment card, and the Tower. The King of Pentacles, every single reading I do for you, you get the King of Pentacles, I'm pretty sure. It could be an Earth sign or a Taurus that's coming in for you if you're looking for love. If you're not, take it how it resonates. But this definitely could be love, I feel, coming in for you. I also feel that this could be talking about making a change. King of Pentacles is a card of convention. He's a card of doing things the way they have always been done. But the trick with the King of Pentacles is if we can do things differently, we actually find more success. So he represents doing what you've been doing, but kind of mixing things up or changing things to find new success. Next, you have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is like a wake-up call or kind of answering the call, right? These people are being called up out of these coffins, and they're being called into their new life. The coffins that they're standing in represent their old life, so they need to leave their old life behind. And the Tower could be some sort of shocking change. Now, it's funny because this is coming up in your past position. I feel like there have been multiple shocks in the recent past, maybe like over the last year or so. I feel like there have been multiple more shocking changes that have kind of made you look at your reality on a very deep level. I'm not saying this to be, clickbaity or whatever, whatever you want to call it. But I do feel this is very deep. It feels much deeper than just, like a move or something like that. The Tower could represent a move. Maybe you're moving, and I do actually see that for you here. If you're moving, I feel this looks really good. I feel a move would be really good for you, Leo, if you're doing it, if you want to, right? A lot of benefits there. But this feels like, multiple things to me, multiple, Tower moments that you have had, like loss, things that have caused grief. I'm getting all those words popping into my head here. And these things have, I feel, like forced you to almost grow up in a sense, in some ways. It reminds me of like losing a person. I don't believe in predicting death in the tarot. To me, it goes against tarot ethics to do that. But, it kind of gives me those feelings, is what I would say here with this Tower energy. Definitely something that's happened in the past. Could have been a Taurus if it was the loss of a person. But again, like I said, I feel like this is multiple things that have happened over the past year or so. You have this Come to the Edge card. And this is maybe what it's made you realize is this right here. She is all the way at the edge. But this card, to me, makes me feel like usually the things that we want in life are like just past the point where we normally give up, right? The things we want in life that we truly want are like just past the point where we usually stop or we don't push it any longer. Or maybe we have to learn something. There's always like just a little bit more that we have to do. And this card, I feel, is encouraging you to do those things. I feel like it's asking you to kind of push past that point where you would normally stop doing something. You have the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Emperor. Five of Swords is my card of taking a risk or needing to take a risk. The Five of Swords is like a card of winning at all cost. But we go like this. Tower, Five of Swords to Seven of Cups. And this really tells me that there's like something you want. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is being spoiled for choice. And we'll talk about this in a minute, but Seven of Cups, really, there's some good things and some bad things in those cups that he is looking at here. And I feel this is you. I feel like you see something in one of those cups that you really want, whether it's love, business, money, spirituality, everything, doesn't matter. You have the Ten of Cups here, which is like your happily ever after. That could include a lot of stuff. And it's like I feel like you have to take some sort of risk to kind of get it with that Five of Swords energy. The Three of Swords is about forgiveness, needing to forgive the past. It doesn't say that you're necessarily forgiving a person directly. You're just removing the swords from your own heart. You're kind of forgiving the person in your own heart. It doesn't mean you're forgetting what a person did. It just means you're forgiving the situation so that they're no longer poisoning you. So I do feel like some of you could be forgiving situations. I don't think that's true for all of you. For others, I just feel, again, grief. There have been some things that have caused grief, on a much deeper level, like I said, with the Tower, over the past year. And I feel like these are things that you're healing from with that Three of Swords energy. And you have the Emperor. I feel like the Emperor is asking you to follow a plan. I feel like you already have a plan. I feel like you've been on the Leo plan already for a long time. I feel like you need to stick to your Leo plan with this Emperor card. I feel like, you have an idea of the direction you'd like to go in life, and I feel like you need to keep going in that direction with this Emperor energy because it's going to lead to a lot of success for you here, Leo. Next, you have this Truth Be Told card. I feel like this card is saying that the truth is coming out. I feel like you need to kind of trust your inner truth, number one. I feel like you need to listen to your own inner voice as well with this energy. The Truth Be Told card is about kind of like something being real, something opening up. And you can see here that there's like a window on that bird's chest right there. I feel like this is your true inner truth, and it's something that maybe you are embarrassed or scared to share. I feel like sometimes those are the things that really set us free. And it's like you're not embarrassed in a bad way, like I said, and maybe it's just something that you don't think about yourself, that you don't think people will value. You have the Seven of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ten of Cups. Love it. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty and happiness and happily ever after. I always like to remind people that this family, they're still dealing with the problems and the issues of the world. They still have the real world to deal with, but they are choosing to be happy. They're choosing to focus on what brings them joy and happiness. And that's like probably the most powerful part of the Ten of Cups. The Lovers is, again, love. This could be love coming in for you. Wouldn't really surprise me if there was love coming in for you. I don't think it's a major focus of this reading. I feel like this reading is more talking about you, plain and simple, right? Without even clarifying. But I definitely feel there could be love coming in for you. To me, love is always available to us. We just have to go get it. But the Lovers is a perfect match. I do feel like you're at a crossroads right now, especially with this Seven of Cups. I feel like the Seven of Cups says you know exactly what you want. I feel like you just have to go for it. You just have to take the risk to make it happen. It's like there's a lot of reasons not to do something with the Seven of Cups, but, at the same time, it's like, will you be living a fulfilled life if you don't do what you want to do here, whatever it is? It's like maybe you've always wanted to start a, dog park or something like that. And it's like, yeah, there could be a lot of like liabilities. Maybe you're worried about having to get insurance or something like that. And what I would say here is that it's like there's a lot of reasons not to do something, but it's like, will you feel fulfilled if you don't? That is the question. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. Definitely could be love coming in for you. Could be a Gemini, could be a Taurus, could be any sign, general reading. I do feel there's love coming in for you, but I also feel like there's a choice that needs to be made. If we go this direction to the Ten of Cups, it's like you need to choose happiness here, Leo. With the Judgment card, you have the Four of Cups. We already described the energy of the first row here, this first column, whatever you want to call it. I feel it's a grief, sadness, disappointments, things definitely not going according to plan. A little bit shocking in the sense that I don't think it's shocking like, oh my God, you're shocked. I think it's shocking as in you thought things were going to go a certain way over the last year, right? And they didn't go that way. It's like that type of disappointment is what I get here from the Four of Cups. With the Tower, you have you showing up, King of Wands. I like this. Difficult, but it's like you are showing up in a very strong position. You're showing up in a position of power and strength. So I feel that, again, like I said, that the difficult situation or the challenges you've been through are exactly the thing that is strengthening you at this time. And it's also probably the reason why you need to do something with the Seven of Cups. It's like sometimes I think we go through difficulty, and that's exactly why we should do something, so that we can, prove it to ourselves that we're capable of doing something amazing. With the Three of Swords, you have the Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing. Some of you could have been dealing with a cheater in love with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can also be a card of tactics. It can be a card of happiness as well. Normally, the guy on the card, he has polka dots all over his cloak, and the polka dots in the tarot represent needing to focus on joy and happiness. He needs to do something fun. So for a lot of you, if you haven't been doing anything fun, or if you haven't been focusing on fun, I feel like doing something fun would be very beneficial. With the Five of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. Everybody's been getting the Four of Pentacles. To me, the Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to something that you need to release. So, again, might be a good time to let go of limiting beliefs. Might be a good time to let go of things that no longer serve you. With the Emperor, you have you, again, showing up in a very strong position. The Strength card is about kind of conquering your inner demons. Normally the lady on the Strength card, she has her hand in the lion's mouth, or her hands, and the lion is submitting to her. Its tail is between its legs. So it kind of like says you are in control of yourself and your inner demons, but you need to take control. To me, it also represents a display of strength. Again, she has her hands in the lion's mouth. As I always say, who in the right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? The answer is nobody. So it kind of represents a display of strength and doing something that requires strength. So if you're doing something that requires strength, this could be you getting a lot of attention because of it. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords card of taking a risk. Again, so you have it twice. I feel like you need to take a risk. I would also say don't be afraid to cut certain things out of your life that should be cut out, is what I would say here. It's like if you know that you need to release something, I would just release it with the Five of Swords twice. With the Lovers, you have the Empress. Love it. If you are attracting love, this is like super couple type of vibes, power couple, whatever you want to call it. Emperor, Empress, doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. Either, to me, this is a very good combination. Even if you're not looking for love, to me, the combination, Emperor, Empress, really represents perfectly balanced energy. It kind of represents you using your energy to the best ability to your best ability possible. Really nice. And with the Ten of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Definitely a big opportunity. This is something that requires work, The Ten of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, normally there's a garden on the front of the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles to me represents nurturing something into existence. Empress, nurturing something into existence. And it kind of says happiness is a choice. I think that we can choose to be happy. People always challenge me on that, and I always say there are people in situations that would make most people unhappy that are perfectly happy. Happiness is a choice, and it's something that we should garden. It's something we should take care of, and it's something that we can choose to create more happiness. We can choose to be happy, based off of our circumstances, no matter what our circumstances are, right? And so it's something that we have to work on. With the Ace of Pentacles, I just want to get more on this. Can we get a final outcome? You have the World, major accomplishment. I like this, Leo. I feel like you're moving towards accomplishments. I would work on creating more happiness in your life. Like I said, there are things that could make you happy. Sometimes we have to start small. Trust me, I was miserable years ago. I was a miserable person to be around as well. And I just started choosing small things to be happy about. And sometimes you have to start small. But the World is a major accomplishment. You have the Page of Cups. Could be new love, like I said. I'm not saying this is a love reading, but there's definitely love here. The Page of Cups, normally there's a guy with the page with the fish in the cup. To me, that fish in the cup is something that he needs to grab onto. It's something that he really needs to make happen, right? So it could be something he's dreaming about, like his dreams. And I see that with the Ten of Cups. It's that's your happily ever after. Bottom row, you have the Six of Wands. Do you have the Six of Wands twice? No. Six of Wands, card of success, abundance. It's also a card of excellence as well. So clearly there's some sort of really positive accomplishment involving a dream with the Ten of Cups here. But again, it's something you're going to have to grow, nurture, create. It looks really good, Leo. Definitely a very positive change coming in for you. So I like it. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.